Okay, I have to tell you this, probably to share it with you, but also probably because I've just learned something about productivity, entrepreneurship, building, success, which I can't get out of my head. I just had Kevin O'Leary on the podcast, who's the shark from Shark Tank USA, and he punched me in the face with a point that he made about his experience with Steve Jobs and how Steve Jobs has this ability to understand what the signal is versus the noise.
I used to work for Steve Jobs in the early 90s, making all of his educational software. There's a concept that he understood that very few people focused on back then in the early 90s of signal to noise ratio. His vision of signal was the top 3 to 5 things you have to get done in the next 18 hours. You're going to get those 3 things or those 5 things done that you have deemed critical for your mission. They must get done today. Anything that stops you from doing that is the noise. So this signal to noise ratio to be successful for Steve Jobs was 80-20. 80 signal, 20 noise.
And as he was saying it, I realized that it's like very much the missing piece in my life at the moment, because as a creative and as someone who has so many ideas, sometimes I think I waste my energy pursuing things that are not the signal, are not the most important thing to get done today. And I think we can probably all relate to the fact that sometimes we wake up in the morning with one particular plan, and then our emails happen and WhatsApp happens, and we end up drifting off into the noise, and we've lost a day, which is taken away from the signal, because life is a zero-sum game. There is a finite amount of things that we can be doing. And it just made me think, fuck, do you know what I should do? What I should do is I should organize everything that I have to do today, every task that comes in, into one of 2 columns. The signal column, which is the most important things, the things that I woke up this morning focused on, and a noise column. And so that's what I've done. I've just, as you can see over there on my laptop, I've basically organized my tasks today into one of 2 columns. There's a signal column and there's a noise column, and everything that comes onto my desk today and all the things that I have buzzing around in my head and on my to-do list are now going to fall into one of those 2 columns. Things that I have to do, things that I have to get done today because they're the most important stuff to move me towards my goals, and things that are noise. And the noise column are things that I'm going to delegate to other people.